You don't have to turn to animals or diagnose yourself or ignore the symptoms. You just have to play it a little bit smarter versus a little bit harder. What up? What's a good spot on this couch? Fuck me. This couch is fucked up. Oh, it's so dirty in here. Ooh. Hey guys. Alright, so hi guys. A quick backstory to myself before I get into the main video talking about sort of what we can learn from ex-vegans. I've had eczema all my life. I basically was born with just a full body rash. And I started probably around puberty. I would guess that that's when that hits, like I was 15 or something. It just was like full blast. It was all over my arms, all over my hands. I was hyper self-conscious. I was exercising a lot of the time, so it was just sort of exacerbated the effects, and I kind of withdrew and got very angry and frustrated. Every dermatologist, number one, was shocked at how bad it was, and number two told me that, yeah, you're never gonna heal this, just take this ointment, you look kind of freaky, get out of my office. Ultimately, I did some deep diving into figuring out how I can heal this with foods, jumped into a detox diet, like just raw fruit juices and vegetable juices and raw foods. I went vegetarian for ethical reasons, which helped moderately clear up my skin. Then, December 2015, I finally went vegan. January 2017, when I went full-on whole foods, plant-based, no more refined sugar, no more crazy detox diets, no more cleanses, no more extremes with my diet, just a balanced whole foods, plant-based diet. It took about 8 or 9 months and my eczema went into remission. Unfortunately, 6 months after that, I fell back into a flare-up due to some medication complications, and I was knocking at that familiar door with, now I gotta change my diet, I gotta reevaluate my whole life, which I have a feeling a lot of ex-vegans have come to that conclusion long before they turn to animal products. And I get it, from the bottom of my heart, when your health is compromised, it's like your ethics goes out the window temporarily, because all you can think about is how can you get healthy and be sane and feel normal and functional again. Now, I think the biggest difference between people who revert back to eating animal products and people who don't is having a strong ethical tie to the foods that to the things that you consider food and the things that you don't consider food. So for that reason, you know, my ethics are there. I do not look to animals as an option for food or sustenance. And number two, my knowledge that a whole foods plant-based diet is capable of reversing, preventing, and arresting leading killers of all-cause mortality diseases. It can certainly assist in lesser severe diseases. Makes me think that I can work within this paradigm. I don't have to look outside of this paradigm and help myself and diagnose myself and guess my treatment. Something I think that is a big pitfall to ex-vegans is this concept of, oh, a doctor can't help me, or if they can help me, they haven't successfully treated me. As a result, I'm going to turn to myself, other YouTubers, blogspots, people who have the results, to basically guide myself blindly into a treatment that I feel aligns with my values or my gut feeling. Your gut isn't good at diagnosing you. Your gut is only good at making you feel like you can justify what you're doing. There is some value in listening to your body and understanding what works and what doesn't, but I think that falls short when you're talking about a severe illness or a chronic illness, something you've been dealing with for a long time with no success at reversing or treating. At that point, it comes to you have to face your ego and swallow a little bit of your pride and accept some humility and realize you need to go to some experts for advice or some help. Now, if anybody is suspect of, you know, poor medical advice or distrustful of doctors, it'll be somebody like myself who has been told all their life by dermatologists that, no, your shit's gonna stay on you forever, you're gonna look ugly, you're gonna have to deal with this for the rest of your life, take ointments and drugs, and it's just going to be part of who you are. If anybody should not be taking medical advice and should be DIYing their health and their treatment plans, it would be me, but I began to realize that, you know, I kept doing that and I was unsuccessful over the course of 8-9 months after I took my medication and fell back into severe eczema territory again. I began to realize I need to find somebody who is well versed in whole foods, plant-based nutritional protocols, and number 2, understands what kind of medical testing, appropriate medical testing I can take to help me uncover my issue. You know, whether it's blood test, urine test, or a stool test, just tell me what is out of whack in my body so that we can fix it, and hopefully that'll have a trickle-down effect and fix my surface level issues, which is my skin and my acne and my eczema. My heart goes out to ex-vegans. I don't want to see them suffer, but also it's so predictable to see people who are just guessing their issues, who are listening to their bodies, who are not listening to science, who are not turning to experts in this respective field of nutrition, whole foods, plant-based diets, and whatever mystery symptoms they've got, digestional or immune system symptoms. And then they decide, you know, I'll eat some animal products. But my problem with that is that it's not so much what you take out of your diet as what you keep in your diet that's going to help you heal and be healthy. Because when you take out the fiber, sure, you're not agitating whatever issue you have at the root of your health problems, but adding in the animal products isn't the answer. It's just sort of a band-aid. Again, it's like a painkiller for pain that you have. I mean, it hasn't addressed the issue that you threw out your back and you have to do some physical therapy. Popping a painkiller just makes it so you can, you know, function, not thrive. So that pain is still going to be there. But now you got the animal products back in your diet. You have the proteins and the fats and the cholesterol. So a little bit down the line, maybe those symptoms start to come back. And maybe you start to have other health complications and other issues, and now you're like, shit, you know, I can't figure this out. So why wait until shit gets worse? And why not just sort of swallow your pride a little bit, do a little homework, and find somebody who can get a clear picture of what's going on in your body so you can target treatment. You don't necessarily have to be vegan, but do yourself a favor and find out what exactly your issue is and how you can use diet to your benefit, how you can use supplements and antibacterials or certain medications to help you actually resolve your issue once and for all. You don't have to turn to animals or diagnose yourself or ignore the symptoms. You just have to play it a little bit smarter versus a little bit harder. Hope that helps you guys, and I hope you keep an eye out for yourself and get the help that you need to reverse your disease. Smarter, not harder. Don't hurt the animals, don't hurt yourself, and do yourself a favor. Invest in your fucking health. Peace.